Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Sock versus Sheik. This game taking place on Echo Isle. Over here on the top right hand side of the map we have Sheik spawning as the red. Meanwhile, Sock spawning as the yellow human. Human versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup. What do we have in store for us? Alright, Sock opens a delayed blacksmith followed by a barracks. No, so it could be rifleman first. Kings will determine if it is going to be paladin or a tavern hero. We'll keep a close watch and look out for that. Meanwhile, Sheik over here on the top right hand side of the map, opening up with the traditional crypt, altar of darkness, and ziggurat. Delete focus. Oh, that's right. Remove. All right, so Sheik over here on the top right. Thank you for the follow as we're waiting to see what hero Sheik will be bringing to this party. It looks like it is going to be a Crypt Lord first, trying to go wide here. There's that Altar of Kings being placed down. There's that Barracks. There's that Blacksmith. Rifleman going to be trained up here in just a moment. Sock significantly delayed in terms of gold as well, as he only has 4 peasants mining at the gold mine right now, and while trying to build up a whole bunch of things all at the same time. All right, Barracks is now done. Altar of Kings will be done here in just a second. And are we going to be looking at a peasant walking towards the center of the map to go to the tavern? Or are we going to be looking at a paladin? Paladin it is. So this is, well, a strategy. Oh my gosh! Brought out by Thorzane, essentially the indestructible army, as the paladin gets level 2 holy light, level 3 devotion aura, and then with so many paladins, with so much armor on those riflemen and focus fire, it's just difficult to take down the riflemen with their 535 hit points and that 400 hit point heal. Coming back around on the other side here, Crypt Lord sitting at level 1 has sold the Scroll of Town Portal. An Acolyte already down here lying in wait to set up an expansion here. All right, Blight already being placed down here. We should be looking at a Ziggurat right in this location to expand that creep, and then followed up by a gold mine as well. Or he's going to build it closer. Or he's going to haunt the gold mine first. All right, it looks like he's actually going to haunt the gold mine first, as we are looking at Paladin, Rifleman, and Militia going after this creep camp. All right, haunting of the gold mine has already started. 1 Acolyte being left behind here, and this is that weird situation that I mentioned yesterday. When does the Necropolis start training Acolytes? This expansion isn't fully operational and isn't guaranteed to stay up as of yet. If you start training up Acolytes now and it gets pressured, well, then you have 5 Acolytes that can't do anything, as Acolytes cannot harvest lumber. But if the gold mine does get up and you're not fully saturating that gold mine, well, the gold mine can't really pay for itself that quickly. It's ensnared the Acolyte. I wish early build a Ziggurat. Well, it's just happened to me before. Oh, all right. So while it is ensnared, it can't build. Oh, it can't summon a building. Ah, yep, that does make sense. If a peasant can't build a building while it's ensnared, then I guess an Acolyte can't summon a building, even though it's not technically a channeled ability. All right, there goes a quick impale right there. A Crypt Lord gets shot down, though. A quick, huge snipe right there, and that is a huge loss all of a sudden. Sheik is in trouble, as a Sock able to focus down so much, and with so many ghouls and so many creeps here left to finish off, the Riflemen are just going to be able to continue to just fire shots off there. Level 2 Crypt Lord taken down. Ghoul is going to get taken down. Creeps are going to get taken down, and that Paladin could in fact get up to level 3 very quickly. These few seconds, absolutely huge ghouls have now made their way over. We're going to see a little bit of damage being brought on through. Paladin sitting at level 2. Riflemen, are they going to be able to catch up? No, they are not. There was no guard towers here. Sock was able to fight off this attack pretty easily. And now with the Paladin, Rifleman here, well, that ghoul doesn't want to be doesn't long for this world. Accidentally runs into the human base, almost gets taken down again. All right, here we are going into an engagement. Ghoul is going to get taken down. Level 3 onto the Paladin for sure. There it is, level 3 right there. Trying to finish off a little bit more. Can they get one shot off onto that Ghoul? Just give it a love tap in the back. No, the Ghoul simply too fast and will outrun him. Crypt Lord quickly resurrected at the tavern here, but Sheik does have his expansion already operational, fully saturated. And now, well, having a Ghoul harvest lumber down here doesn't really make that much sense, but at least it's back on Blight. All right. The meta is absolutely crazy so far. Level 2 Holy Light, level 1 Devotion Aura, as the Crypt Lord is going to make its way back down. Is he going to get caught once more? This is going to be a horrible situation. Crypt Lord doesn't have that much hit points. Paladin doesn't have that much mana, though, as the fight is going to go on right here. All right, in comes that damage. Perhaps going to try to finish off that Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord taking quite a bit of damage. Staff of Teleportation in order to get away, and it will be able to get away there, but the Ghoul and the Skeletal Minion may not be so lucky. Sheik does, oh, come on, that Ghoul down to 20 hit points. One more shot should be enough. The Forestral Shadow Priest does get in front of the Ghoul for just a second, but still, Rifleman was still out of range. Rifleman continuing to fire back here. What is going on here? This is still a rather strange match. Peasant ends up getting taken down. Skeletal Minions were diving on inside the base here, and this has been an interesting and messy game by both sides. Sheik going for a Blood Mage second as the Paladin quickly sells an item. Not quite sure what it was. Scroll of Regeneration will be needed to try and heal up all of these units once more. All right, Necropolis being placed down here. This will allow for lumber harvesting down to the south. Graveyard being placed off over here as well, as we are looking at, well, Ghouls going after the Renegade Wizard Creep Camp over here on the east end. Paladin, Blood Mage, Siphon Mana. Siphon Mana into that Paladin, going to allow for a lot of heals as the Blood Mage is going to steal mana from his opponents once more. Impale going to be critical from the Crypt Lord to try and make sure that not too much mana is taken. All right, in comes the Ultra of Darkness trying to be resummoned, and that Ultra of Darkness is going to get shut down. Sheik not going to be able to train up a second hero, as the Graveyard now going to be taking quite a bit of damage. There's a Holy Light right there, taking down Acolytes, as well as the units are now looking to finally retreat back. In comes the army as a little bit of damage gets underway. Ghouls trying to engage in this battle. Riflemen, do they have the improved range? Yes, they do, as we are looking at perhaps the Tomb of Relics about to get shut down as well. Siphon Mana not of any use right now, as we're looking at, well, the Forestral Shadow Priest and all of these other units down to the south trying to venture forward, but they have to be extremely careful. Army of Sheik actually rather large, and it could be coming into an engagement. There's the Impale, and this could be a problem. Blood Mage already surrounded. Are we going to see Siphon Mana and Holy Light? Yes, we are. There it is right there, trying to stay alive. A little bit of damage coming back the other way. Another Holy Light might be needed. Yes, there is another Holy Light. Siphon Mana back as the Blood Mage turns into a bit of a tank right there. 1,200 hit points already, as the Blood Mage may finally use a Scroll of Town Portal, as Holy Light finishing off a Ghoul there. Forestral Berserker does get taken down, but that Blood Mage constantly getting healed and then funneling mana back to the Paladin to continue that process over and over. Remember, that was a level 1 Blood Mage. Once that Blood Mage gets to level 2 or level 3, and the Paladin also gets that next level of Devotion Aura, that Blood Mage will be nearly impossible to take down with the current army composition of Sheik. All right. Coming back through here, Siphon Mana from that Ogre Magi. More Holy Light coming online. Ogre Warriors there. Blood Mage does get a little bit of armor once more. Holy Light going to continue to save up more units again. Siphon Mana into that Paladin. Paladin going to try to get back up to full mana once more. The Blood Mage going to siphon more mana from the Ogre Magi, or is it just going to end? Oh, no. Well, I don't know how much mana he really got there, as the Riflemen quickly finish off that Ogre Magi. Coming back through, Crypt Lord, level 3, Ultra of Darkness getting resummoned once again, as Halls of the Dead is waiting for a second hero, perhaps the Death Knight. Sheik needs to play a little bit of catch up. Meanwhile, we are at keep here. We do have the expansion for the Undead. Staff of, or no, I believe that's Scroll of Town Portal inbound. No, Staff of Teleportation as the Crippler now looking to back away. But Flame Strike could be coming in as well, as we are getting up a couple of guard towers and scout towers. Ghouls going after the Arcane Vault should be able to shut that down pretty easily, as the Paladin now gets up to level 4, level 2 Devotion, or it means that everything is going to be that much more difficult to kill, as the Ziggurats and the Ziggurat and the Nerubian Tower are about to come online. All right, continuing that engagement, more beetles popping up out of the woodwork. Again, as the guard towers are nearly done, riflemen with 5.5 armor, nearly impossible to take down, as the Paladin has been doing such a good job just constantly trying to heal. All right, there goes a big impale, damage across multiple units. Holy Light still trying to save, as we are looking at Spirit Towers now, forcing these units to try and retreat back. Guard towers are about to come online as well, though, as we are looking at the Necromancers, perhaps going to go ahead and animate dead, bring up some of these skeletal minions. All right, more damage coming back around. Necromancers are not going to be surviving very well against the focus fire of Riflemen. They're being forced to back up again, as the Blood Mage now has multiple targets to try and siphon mana from. Are we perhaps going to be looking at some Flame Strikes here, as the units are falling, only to see more skeletal minions pop up? Guard towers, Arcane towers continuing to focus back a little bit more. Blood Mage or Paladin still fighting here, as we're still looking at, well, Ghouls, Forestro Berserker putting pressure off over here. Are we going to be getting repairs? Yes, we are. There are some repairs, and it is now holding steady at 35 hit points, starting to go back up a little bit more. All right, more repairs are going to be necessary. Another peasant could be brought back over. Rifleman trying to fight here, as we're looking at the, well, Rifleman continuing to fall back here. There's some repairs once more. Blood Mage has banished, does not have Flame Strike, so is unable to really deal with these buildings, as Demolishers are now being brought back over as well. Rifleman continuing to fire back and forth here, as the attack back in the main base of Human, it looks like it is coming to an end. Paladin in that front line. Holy Light perhaps going to try and save a Rifleman here. Rifleman taking quite a bit of damage. Is it going to try and save? There's that save once more, as the Acolytes are just repairing like crazy against that Nerubian Tower. More siphon mana, as another Necromancer gets shut down again. All right, Holy Light still trying to save more targets. Acolytes getting shot down, and Acolyte after Acolyte getting shut down here, as the Riflemen are trying to focus down these Necromancers in the back line. Paladin continuing to offer lots of heals, but no scroll of regeneration available, as the Crippler now rotates back into the main base of Sock. All right, multiple battles happening all over the place. Slow now being cast by Mud Golems. No real casters coming out from that Arcane Sanctum, save for that Priest who gets taken down so quickly. Sheik with double Forestro Berserkers representing a large amount of damage, as the Militia now trying to push back away. Paladin now out here onto the battlefield, ready to bring in a bit of pressure once more. Guard Tower, Arcade Tower, trying to hold off this attack here. Blood Mage cannot do this push on his own, as the Paladin is the one that is offering all of this healing. Units are now going to be retreating back here. Arcane Tower quickly finding those targets and shutting them down. Blood Mage still sitting back at level 3, as the Crypt Lord makes its way over. The Altar of Darkness is up and operational, but we don't have a second hero even being trained as of yet, as more Acolytes, could get trained up and then rotated back down to the south. Paladin very close, or getting close to level 5 now. That level 3 Devotion Aura will make things even more difficult. Scroll of Town Portal picked up by the Paladin, and now it looks like we're going to be going in for another push once again. Meat Wagon hiding behind the Spirit Tower right here, going to be getting in some damage once more, and it looks like the towers are going to be falling here. There's a Holy Light, and the units are going to try and engage. Forestro Berserker, one more shot, going to get taken down. Yes, siphon mana away from the Crypt Lord, as the battle now getting underway. All right, in comes the battle. Rifleman trying to spread around here. Paladin with another Holy Light. Rifleman perhaps going to finish off a Meat Wagon down to 167 hit points. There's a Scroll of Healing. Banish trying to save some of those units, as well as Holy Light still being... Blood Mage gets up to level 4. Flame Strike now is available, perhaps to try to finish off some of those units or put a little bit more pressure onto the buildings, as the Acolytes may try and repair again. Guard Tower finally gets taken down, as the Paladin gets up to level 5, and it is going to be level 3 Devotion, or no, level 3 Holy Light instead of level 3 Devotion Aura. All right. full heals on those riflemen instead of that higher level devotion aura, as riflemen could be able to pick apart many of those necromancers, as the blood mage benefits from the 600 hit point heal rather nicely. All right, Blood Mage now trying to retreat back. There is another 600 hit point heal. Siphon mana into the Paladin. Paladin going to be able to continue to heal off more and more of these units once again, as we're looking at the Paladin maxed out on mana. All right, doing a great job so far. This Paladin push with level 3 Holy Light, level 2 Devotion Aura, Blood Mage offering additional mana, as well as Unholy Frenzy on the Crypt Lord is not enough to hold back this attack here. Unholy Frenzy, Crypt Lord now trying to make its way out back off to the north. We're looking at more engagement. Blood Mage does not have enough for a Flame Strike, as the Paladin now going after the meat wagons down to the south. All right, once more, a little bit more separated. Rifleman trying to finish off some more targets. Paladin now going to be forced to retreat back. An army of Necromancers in the back here, as the Obsidian statue is going to be providing quite a bit of mana for all of those units, and the meat wagon providing corpses for that animate dead. Sheik doing a good job holding this back off, but once more, Sok is now bringing a line of ghouls inside the main base here, and Sok is doing this all off of one base play. Meanwhile, Sheik has been sitting on 2 base play, and he is sitting in low upkeep constantly. He's going to be running out of gold off of this gold mine, or off of this gold mine, and then may have to try to take the bottom left here, which is always a little bit of a stretch if you've ever seen any games here on Echo Isle. Blood Mage now wandering on in. Flame Strike against all those units who are tightly packed together with nowhere to run. Meat Wagon quickly gets destroyed, as the damage is going to get added up. Skeletal Mages and Skeletal Minions walking around as well, taking a little bit of that residual damage over time, as the Paladin is just walking around here, and this is just going to be feeding experience to the Paladin as well. All right, Paladin continuing this fight once more. Siphon mana away from a Necromancer, as the Blood Mage gets back up to 108 mana again. All right, wanting to siphon more mana again. Going to siphon mana away from another Necromancer, but that chain was broken a bit too easily. Forest Troll Berserker looks like it will get taken down. Priest now in the backfield getting pierced by the Nerubian Tower and that Spirit Tower, as well as the Ogre Mauler now going to try to make its way through. All right, Unholy Frenzy on the Ogre Mauler once more. More attacks getting underway. More siphon mana from the Necromancer again, as the Ogre Mauler just trying to beat up on the Paladin, but the Paladin is also getting supported by the Priest now as well. Paladin trying to retreat back away. Is it going to try and Holy Light any of these other units out here onto the battlefield, as the army of Necromancers are now making their way through? All right, our Rifleman continuing this battle back. Only 3 out of 5 acolytes at this gold mine, as more siphon mana, as the Blood Mage has so many targets to just try and pull mana from. It doesn't even seem fair. Priest now continuing this fight again, as the Blood Mage may try and rinse and repeat that strategy again. Meanwhile, however, the Crypt Lord has taken down the altar here and is now continuing this push inside the main base. Griffins are going to get added, though, to try and shut down the ghouls, as Sok seems to be in a great spot once more. There is level 1 armor upgrades on those Griffins, as well as the Paladin about to get to level 6 here, as well, very close to level 6, as we're going into mastery training on those Necromancers. Units are trying to retreat back. Crypt Lord has teleported back down to the south here, perhaps going to try to pick up some additional items. And this is just a strange game, as the Haunted Gold Mine will end up falling. Temple of the Dams down here are both going to end up getting taken down. Temple of the Dam, the Necromancer Mastery Training represents better hit points and making those Necromancers more difficult to kill, but it will not be going into mastery training today. All right, additional farms being added. Guard towers are in the back. No masonry upgrade. Scroll of Town Portal, as the meat wagon, well, being brought over. In comes the army. Paladin is now sitting at level 6. Griffins trying to hang around off to the north here, going after the meat wagon here. But, well, these skeletal mages could spell problems, as an obsidian statue going to get taken down. Skeletal mages, great counters to the Griffin Riders. However, just simply too many riflemen, as those are focused down rather easily too. All right, 1 Griffin Rider here. Sok purposely staying at 50 over 54 supply, not wanting to go into high upkeep or low upkeep, as there seems to be a little bit of a lumber issue as well. All right, continued fighting once more. Paladin is at level 6. He does have Resurrection, but using Resurrection against an army of Necromancers is questionable, as there are oftentimes not enough corpses to make Resurrection that useful. All right, trying to finish things off again. There's a Flame Strike. There goes down one Meat Wagon. More units trying to retreat back away. Blood Mage sitting at level 5 with level 2 Flame Strike, continuing this fight. And it looks like Sock is going to be able to come away with the victory here in just a moment. A level 6, level 5 heroes going up against a single level 4 Crypt Lord. This is just absolutely bad news. That one Griffin Rider also able to dive on in not only the Obsidian statues, but the Meat Wagons as well, as another Obsidian statue gets taken down. No Dispel, but still enough cripple onto the Griffin Rider, as we're looking at the Necromancers now with Mastery training completed. All right, the other Temple of the Dam was not taken down. Double Meat Wagons here, as the Blood Maid continuing this fight back and forth. Meat Wagons spreading out that Disease Cloud. Big Flame Strike onto the Necromancers, forcing them to retreat back a little bit. Otherwise, they would have all been taken down. Blood Mage needs to get some more mana and then get another Flame Strike on this cluster as an Impale goes down here. Blood Mage still needs more mana again and again. Resurrection being used there, but I don't see much going on, as the Paladin still trying to keep all of these units alive. 34 supply compared to 35. Sheik holding this off very well, as there's that Resurrection being used to try and resurrect some of those Riflemen. Back up to 39 supply, continuing this battle. Paladin needs to try and Holy Light some more units, but the army of the pop-up army of Sheik, just a bit too much, especially without this spell, as the Paladin gets crippled. Difficult time now trying to run away. Siphon mana away from that Crypt Lord once more. Could turn around, perhaps try to finish off some of those beetles. There's a Flame Strike, as the Flame Strike does find some of its targets, as the units are now trying to retreat back once again. Blood Mage could be in a little bit of trouble. Tries to siphon mana away from a Necromancer. Blood Mage now down to about 700 hit points, as it finds another Flame Strike again. It is going to be the Blood Mage carrying the team on its back now, as another Necromancer falls. Paladin low on mana. Blood Mage low on mana, and the Necromancers are simply too far in the back to try and get any of their mana. Skeletal Mage is still through. Blood Mage could get to level 6 again in this matchup and perhaps unlock Phoenix. All right, Paladin looking to back up Rifleman, continuing this battle here. Blood Mage in that front line spot. There's a Holy Light. There's a cripple onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage a little bit worse for wear. Priest needs to heal up the Paladin. Paladin needs to heal up the Blood Mage, as more Siphon mana still being used, going back and forth. All right, Meat Wagons have plenty of corpses inside. We are still looking at low upkeep. No upkeep versus no upkeep. No units being trained. Sock still has a little bit of supply. Could try and train up an additional Rifleman here at some point. Does have double scrolls of healing, which would actually be useful right now, since so many of these Riflemen are low on hit points. All right, coming back around. All right, this one Temple of the Damned unlocking Mastery training was a very, very big indicator, as another Acolyte gets taken down. Blood Paladin now moving back off to the north here. Riflemen, well, all suffering from Disease Cloud, having a little bit of problems, as the lone Crypt Lord could go into Locust Cloud here, as a Flame Strike does find its target to take down some of these Skeletal Mages and these other units. Blood Mage getting very close now to level 6. Web now onto the Griffin Rider. Griffin Rider, however, quickly getting banished and now able to break free, but the Necromancers now dealing bonus damage as well. More Siphon mana coming back the other way. Units still trying to retreat back. Paladin sitting at level 6. Resurrection still on cooldown, but there's not that many corpses available, since the Necromancers are still resurrecting off of the battlefield, as we're looking at more damage coming on through. A Crypt Fiend could get taken down. One more bit of damage, yes, as the Blood Mage gets that killing blow. Still, Blood Mage wants to get, gets more kills here. Blood Mage, 6 experience shy from that next level, and now the Blood Mage is at level 6, which means, well, we could be looking at a Phoenix. All right, Blood Mage now has enough mana. Are we going to be looking at a Phoenix? That is the question. There's Scroll of Healing. There's a ready to go for another engagement. Paladin sitting at level 6 here. Level 3 Devotion Aura would be a complete game changer as well, as the entire army would just be that much more difficult to take down. Paladin, well, 2/3 of the way to level 7. Unlocking level 3 Devotion Aura, as the Phoenix is now out here onto the battlefield and should have an easy time with anything that has heavy armor. All right, finishing off all of these units here, taking down many of those units once again, and well, that Necromancer didn't even stand a chance. It looks like Sock has finally got his footing back underneath him and will be able to finish things off. Two level 6 heroes going up against a level 5, but it is somehow still a close game back and forth as the Blood Mage gets impaled. This could be bad news. Blood Mage needs to back out of there. Are we going to see a Holy Light? We should be looking at a Holy Light. No, Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. The Phoenix could end up getting, well, he does end up getting webbed, but does not turn into an egg. He's going to go ahead, turn back into his egg self here, and then be ready once more. All right, Scroll of Regeneration across the entire Rifleman caster army to heal back up. Phoenix back out, ready to go. Paladin still sitting at level 6 as we are now creeping out green creep camps at the 25-minute mark of this game. All right, Claws of Attack being left behind here. Unsummoning buildings. Sheik is pretty much, well, trying to find a way to get a bit of footing before this next push. Meanwhile, down here to the south, Circlet of Nobility going to get picked up. Paladin, perhaps an expansion is going to get set up here, and this is going to mean that Sheik will need to bring the fight over to Sock to try and finish things up. 37 supply going up against 43. Sock with a significant advantage. Going into this next battle, level 6 Paladin, level 6 Blood Mage with some great auras as with Siphon Mana and Devotion Aura could spell absolute trouble. Coming back through, Phoenix, well, needs to get ready. Is going to be on the move here in just a moment. Crypt Lord, however, going to be knocking at the door here as there's only 220 gold left in this gold mine. Down to the south, we are speed building this altar here as the Acolytes are trying to do a little bit of mining. That is not going to work out as the Paladin going to finish things off here. Blood Mage does not have a Scroll of Town Portal. Acolytes all getting finished off as the main base now in a little bit of trouble. All right, Sock may end up losing more than he bargained for. This is a rather large army, that prop-up army here. Only one Obsidian statue that's already out of mana as the units are now trying to engage here again. Acolyte trying to get away. It looks like it will not be able to do that. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Necromancers continuing this pressure here again and again. Blood Mage, Paladin now making their way off to the north. Will we see an end to this game here in just a moment as, well, the buildings of Sock are all taking quite a bit of damage, but the army is now here, 59 supply, ready for this engagement. Blood Mage, there goes a Flame Strike, trying to cause a little bit of separation right there, and now, well, the units are all split up. In comes the engagement. There's some Dispel Magic right there. That's going to give level 7 to the Paladin, level 3 Devotion Aura quickly right off the bat, and these Griffin Riders have a bonus of plus 10 armor because of that Flame Strike and that Devotion Aura right there. These units should not be falling anytime soon. Priests have Mastery Training, plenty of mana, and that should be the end of this right here. Even with Web onto these Griffins, that's going to be far too much as the Crypt Lord is getting Siphon Mana, a quick impale right there. Blood Mage going to come back around, perhaps going to try and get a little bit more going. Once again, perhaps another Flame Strike onto the backside. No, just Siphon Mana from the Crypt Lord instead. More battling raging on here. Holy Light keeping that Phoenix alive, causing problems as Crypt Fiends are going to get taken down. 28 supply compared to 59. Sock definitely has this game in the bag. It is his game to lose short of any critical mistakes, and Sock comes away with the victory. And a beautiful game it was between these two players. Sock, I believe, shutting down that Altar of Darkness when he did with the Rifleman, delaying any chance at a second hero. Really sealed the deal. The Crypt Lord was then forced to try to fight by himself, and we saw a level 7 Paladin and a level 6 Blood Mage with Phoenix, and, well, just trying to outweight and outlast his opponent. The amount of resources lost to upkeep, also a sign as Sheik mined over 5,000 gold more than his opponent, but was still unable to get the upper hand. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys next time.